Namaskaram. Keshu has completed his 12th standard. He wanted to pursue his BCom in a reputed college. He decided to find out a source of income to meet his expenses during the 3 years of his college life. He shared his idea with his uncle, who was so impressed on hearing his plan. So his uncle offered to arrange a loan of rupees 60,000 at the rate of 10% interest, with which he purchased a cow and a calf from a farmer. Now we will see the conversation between Keshu and our Mittu.
So, I will call you Mittu. How many liters of milk will you give?
I will give you 10 liters per day. In a year, on an average of 3000 liters.
So, if I sell milk at 40 rupees per liter, I will get 1,20,000 per annum?
Yes, Keshu, but on one condition. You need to feed me properly. I need green grass, oil cake, maize and rice bran every day, which will cost around 250 per day.
So, in a year, to feed you, I should arrange 90,000 rupees. So, after meeting your expenses, I have a return of 30,000 rupees in a year. Woohoo! So, in 3 years, I will be getting 90,000 rupees. But after 3 years, I will be selling you because after my graduation, I have to pursue my higher studies at Logic. So, by selling you, I will be getting another 40,000 rupees. So my total gain is 1,30,000 rupees, more than double of my investment. It is a good deal, right?
Oh, you idiot. What nonsense are you talking? 1,30,000 is your net value, not the net present value. So you actually invested 60,000 today. So you need to calculate today's value of your return.
Then you tell me, what's the difference between net value and net present value?
Don't worry, Keshu. Let me explain you. When we calculate NPV, that is net present value, you have to consider two important factors, that is interest rate and time value of money. Your uncle has arranged 60,000 loan at the rate of 10%. So the interest rate is 10%.
Then what is the time value of money?
Today's 1 rupee is worth more than 1 rupee of tomorrow. You know why? Because you can use today's money to make more money. Just assume that today's 10 liters of milk you are selling at the rate of rupees 40. So you have 400 with you. And if you invest this 400 in a bank, the rate of 8% is the interest. That will be worth rupees 432 next year.
Will you explain how?
Or you can tell rupees 432 given next year is same as 400 today when the interest rate is 8%. Now I will calculate the NPV. Your future return should be converted to today's value, that is your first year return, which is 30,000. So the present value of 30,000 is equal to 30,000 divided by 1.10 raised to 1. 30,000 indicates the cash flow at the end of the first year. So here is constant, 0.10 is the interest rate raised to 1. It's actually a negative 1. As it is denominator, we put it as 1.
Quite interesting. It is a new learning for me.
So the surplus figure 30,000 of the first year should work backward to the 0th year, which means today. So the final value is 27,272. Now second year is equal to 30,000 divided by 1.10 raised to 2. Here also 30,000 indicates cash flow at the end of the second year. Here also 1 is constant. 0.10 is the interest rate raised to 2. Second year surplus should be worked back to today's 0th year. So the value is 24,793. Now third year. We have two important cash flows here. First one, 30,000 divided by 1.10 raised to 3 equal to 22,539. And the second one is rupees 40,000, that is resale value of me after 3 years, which is equal to 40,000 divided by 1 raised to 3, that is 30,052. So the total of present value is 1,04,656. Your present value is a lot less than net value. So NPV on purchasing me equal to present value of inflows minus your investment. That is 1,04,656 minus 60,000. That is 44,656 is your NPV.
Why didn't we have all those calculations on that 60,000?
Dear Keshu, it's in 0th year, so it's already in present value. Still, you did a great deal by purchasing me.
In this video, we see Mittu taught Keshu that investment decisions are not just based on cash flows or net value, but should be after considering time value of money. Yes or no? Now, capital budgeting answers, is it worth to invest money in an asset, project or in a business? You may think that capital budgeting decisions are applicable only for companies. But in our day-to-day life, we may face many situations which involves capital budgeting. Suppose you purchased a TV 2 years ago and today while watching movie, your TV suddenly stopped working. Now you may have two choices, either to buy a new one or to repair the existing. Similarly, in a business, investment decisions are used to evaluate whether they should buy a new asset or replace the old asset, whether they should invest for research and development activities related to a new project, should they expand their existing production capacity or not, or purchase or lease a new vehicle, etc., are worth funding or not. In this process, we analyze cash inflows and cash outflows. The major techniques of capital budgeting includes net present value, IRR, that is internal rate of return, PI, that is profitability index, ARR, accounting rate of return, payback period, etc. Capital budgeting is important. Why? Because these decisions will impact companies' business for years to come, and it is long term and involves huge investment also. Thank you.
Logic School of Management.